What a difference he could make today, George. We saw how good he was in the World Cup last year when England's pack dominated. Chris Kendall, the referee today. Video referee is Tom Grant. Warren Turley, another lad from Lee, by the way, Warren Turley. And Liam Rush running the lines. So we're off and we're running. It is 2-0, but all the talk off the field in the last 2 weeks rather suggests that there is going to be some meaning in this. There's going to be some physicality in this. We're looking forward to this.
Well, it's vitally important, isn't it, for Tonga to really lay a marker down. They've come here to the Northern Hemisphere on tour. The first South Sea Island to come over on tour, and they really need to nail a victory. It's been close, it's been competitive, but they need a victory.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they've been handed the opportunity, which they've waited and relished, but now they've got to get something out of it. And I think the boys in the studio summed it up perfectly. It's been the half-back, you know, the organisational skills, the game management, which have won the games, you know, for England. So, you know, an organised 7, a running 6. So Tongan half-backs have got to kind of lift their game a little bit.
Well, there's so many cameos out there to look out for, but the 13 against 13, the 17 against 17, hopefully will be very special here today.
That's a great first set, you know, for Tonga. It was a brilliant kick-off right into the corner, and they get the ball back right on halfway, so an early opportunity for them. But they've got to bring the fire and the passion.
Well, a scrambling on the floor wants to get up and play. It looks on the inside here. And Alisi Kofuzi, who's confusingly wearing the number 17 shirt, despite the fact he was named on the team sheet as number 10, is the man who takes it in. So Havili is at dummy half. It's a good set here, a good opportunity platform. Katoa goes right, and here comes Tyson Frizzell. One play to go in this opening set with possession for the Tongans. Back to Katoa. There's hanging one up there. It might be a little too long. It is too long. Taken by Johnston. Tap back on the 20. 7 tackles for England to play with.
And that's been one of the problems for the Tongan team throughout the tournament. Their last tackle plays. And once again, the detail wasn't there. Put into the in-goal area for Tom Johnson to diffuse. And straight away, from England being under pressure, England are now in midfield and in their comfort zone.
So Clark in a dummy half. Early touch here for Robbie Mulhern. Had a fantastic season, Robbie Mulhern, as his whole league club did. Williams with a little chip over the top, and there's a chase on here as well. Oh, and it's a slip, and it's very nearly a try, Ashton. Well, the mistake there almost gifted it for Matty Ashton. But Tonga somehow survive and get a drop out from underneath the sticks.
Yeah, it was Hopwati on the left wing there, and Cole is running at fullback at this moment in time, and out of position there. George Williams spotted it, a lovely little chip kid over the top, and just managed to get to the ball
by the skin of his teeth. Let me tell you, he totally misjudged that. It's a clever kick near the touchline, took his eye off the ball. England nearly scored.
You don't mess about with Matty Ashton's pace. He was clocked as the fastest in Super League last year, and there are some swift ones around, so you have to be sure. Here's Clark out of dummy half. Very slow play the ball, which is reflected in the restart of the tackle count. So 6 from here. Clark having a look. Here's Williams on that right-hand side. Bateman, as he has done so often in his career, tracking from right wide and back to the centre. He's lost the ball. It is a clean drop, and Tonga come up with possession again.
Kolomatangi came in there, low tackle, just dislodged the ball.
So England looking to control this, and they have done. It is now the Tongans' turn to make an error. It was Harrell underneath all of that, who tried to force the offload, and England will get it back again.
Yeah, well, one of the features of England under Sean Weathersby did the defence. Here's the error forced by Frizzell from England, but then look at the numbers in the tackle there. They've hit, they've held him up, they've driven him back, and they've forced the offload there, which was a pretty shoddy offload there from Conrad Harrell.
I'm not sure if Katoa was trying to take the ball off Harrell there, but it was just, those are the kind of lapses of concentration with Tonga, have made in the first 2 tests, giving them a poor platform, and England, a chance for England to strike.
So Smith with a feed, and they're queuing up. 3 left, 3 right. Smith wheels over to that right-hand side. 4 against 3 just for a moment. Can Williams try and take some sucker from that? Not from that position. But England are in a wonderful, wonderful position here. 5 to go. Here comes Burgess with a settling drive. Clark at dummy half. Smith to his left. There's quick rush from the defence, which might have created some gaps here. Johnston is going to be held up 5 short. What an opportunity. Picked up by Clark. Another set of 6 for England. Another set of 6. So they're going to hammer this Tongan line here. Whitehead bends his big back at dummy half and throws it back to Smith. And Smith away to Williams. And now they're creating some numbers here, but Bateman can't get away from a very quick rush from Opawati. That was a good read in defence.
Great read.
So back it comes. Williams again, getting his hands on the ball as you'd expect a lot in these early stages when England have a prominent position. Mulhern goes down. Here comes Smith, back on the inside, and Burgess will just try and blast his way through. Clark, Smith, Williams, not played at, so it'll still be the same number in the tackles, and they've lost a tackle, and they've lost 10 metres. Last play in the set. Here's Wellesby, going down this blind side. This is adventurous. Whitehead to Newman, and Newman is over, but I don't think he's got that down. But that was a very, very inventive last play.
Yeah, it was clever, wasn't it? It was 3-1, the numbers England had on the Tongas. Just one down the short side, which was Conrad Harrell, and almost succeeded in making full use of that numbers, but that's a pretty decent place to turn the ball over as well.
I think Whitehead was very good there, communicated, from the play of the ball, saw the number short on the left-hand side, but Tonga have done exceptionally well. From poor discipline and giving resets, they've held out.
So Tonga looking to build from the back here.
But once again, Dave, it's been a poor start, an indifferent start, hasn't it, from Tonga, and it's been a problem that they've had throughout the Test series.
I think they're trying to play too much, or just maybe look to offload in their own red zone. They've just got to clear, get a good kick in, stay in the arm wrestle, and see what happens.
Well, when you're big, physical, and aggressive,
look at the size of them.
Route one is obviously the best way.
So back it comes for the kick. Johnson with the take.
Nearly got away.
What a series he's had as well, Jonathan. Has been absolutely sensational with ball in hand, but also defensively. I think he's really developed as a player this past year.
I think the Tongans have, someone's got to step up, because Fanua Blake is such a great leader, carries the ball, makes huge yardage.
Williams, back to Mulhern. Clark at dummy half. Back on the inside comes Matty Lees. Last play again here for England. 45 metres out, you'd expect a Williams kick. Here he is on that right foot, trying to put a bit of pressure on that Tongan back line, but it's taken well enough, but a good chase, and England won't mind that, making Tonga start from there.
No, it's been one of England's main goals, hasn't it? Been turning the ball over in the corners on the back of a good kick, mainly from Harry Smith, but that time from Williams. And it's worked very well, because any team coached by Sean Wayne will really have good aggressive line speed and be very good in the collision.
Here comes Frizzell with a big drive forward. It's been an earthquake of a day, hasn't it, in international rugby league? If you missed it earlier, New Zealand have beaten Australia in the Pacific Cup final by 30 points to nil. It's not just a victory, it's the width of the victory.
What the performance it was. They were blistering.
Taken by Wellesby. Decent chase from that Tongan line. England start 30 metres out from their own line here. A lot of the big men are just taking their time to get back, conserving energy. There will be an element of fatigue at this stage, but there's also an element of let's keep the fires burning for bigger efforts later. Williams back towards Johnston. He's an outstanding series, hasn't he? Not just for his attacking prowess,
yes,
Tom Johnson, but defensively terrific. Smith with a short ball. Whitehead can't punch a hole in that oncoming defence. Smith again, back to Mulhern, looking to straighten up. Some size in both backs. Thunderous collisions between both backs as well. Smith up to the line with a little kick over the top. There's a chase on, but gathered safely again.
I think they'll be disappointed with the last two kicks, England, because, you know, yeah, they've got good field position and they turn the ball over in good field position, but the kicks haven't been high enough to compete for them.
But they're putting them in a position, Jiffy. They're building pressure.
I did say that, Dave. I did say that, but I think that extra height for the cop to compete for it, that's all they need to do. They're looking for perfection, and Harry Smith is one of the best kickers in the game.
Tonga now having to do some hard labour again to bring it away from where they don't want to be. Lolohea. Here's Suli, Sesi Suli. He's dragging a few with him, and he's got an extra couple of yards because of his side and his muscularity, but again they're on the last and they're still inside their own half, so again it's going to be a kick from relatively deep, and that does spin high, but it lands short as a juggle by Ashton. He's got it under control and then takes on the defence, but Olaquatu is up to that one.
That's a good tackle.
But there's a contrast as well, Jonathan, isn't there? But you know, England are finishing the corners, Tonga finishing in midfield, and ultimately the pressure will tell.
And that's the difference, you know. England are winning, you know, the territorial game so far, so it's easier for the halfbacks to get the, you know, the varied kicks in.
Clark wants to make things happen here. Smith again, back on the inside. Mulhern. Sweet Caroline, he's booming out from the south stand. We don't hear that often enough these days, do we? Back towards Harry Smith again. Chip and a chase for whoever fancies getting after it. It's going to be taken eventually by Penasini.
And look where they are again.
Again in that same position. You can see that pattern developing, can't you?
Well, that's a process that they go through, and the team have bought into that process as directed by Sean Wayne, and it's been very effective.
Well, they've been totally dominant the first 12 minutes. You know, field position, not many real opportunities created by either side, but this is where England want to play.
Conrad Harrell with that latest carry, just rearranging his boot.
There's no energy in this Tongan side at the moment. You can see him trying to create that, you know, that energy. But look, once again, where they're kicking from, that's a better kick, straight down the middle.
It's Johnson with a take. Wellesby's there if he's needed, but Johnson decides he's the man for the job. Frizzell is the first point of contact, and he's going no further.
And now we do, Jiffy. They need to generate some speed in the play of the ball, don't they, this Tongan team, so that they're kicking more on the front foot. That was a fourth tackle kick, and a pretty effective one, but they just need some energy and some enthusiasm on the floor to generate that ruck speed.
Here's Newman. But that has been the complaint throughout, hasn't it? That they feel that the ruck speed is too slow. It's being marshalled badly by the referee. They want to see a quicker ruck speed, as in the NRL. Here is Burgess with the offload. Smith nods no, has support on this left-hand side. Step back by Curry, and Ben Curry will waltz away for the game's opening try. A wonderful puncturing move down the middle, and Curry with a finish, and England up and running.
Lovely try. Real high-quality try there, demonstrating some great decisions, when to pass the ball, what type of pass to do, some great support play, and a finish there by Ben Curry playing in the centre today, left centre. Real quality try here. Started with the offload from Bateman, and then the support pours through. It's Burgess there who just picks out Harry Smith, and then his pass is really on the money there to Ben Curry in support. Left foot step inside. Real good quality try. Yeah,
we'll just watch the offload. How many defenders are in there? It attracts 3 defenders. But just watch Conrad Harrell as the ball goes out. On the right-hand side, here he comes into shot. He reacts too slow there. Smith hits the accelerator. And that's an easy try for Ben Curry. Just a little bit of switching off from Conrad Harrell, but Harry Smith once again spots the gap, puts the foot down, and just creates that try. And that's the difference. You're on about, controlling the pace of the ball. Well, if you're not getting it, you've got to try and offload. You've got to hit the ground earlier, maybe because England are piling defenders into the tackle and slowing everything down. They know where the Tonga's strength is.
I tell you what, you look back at England tries down the last few years, and there'll be a lot of them have come off the back of a Bateman offload. He's very good at doing that, isn't he? It's terrific.
Well, he's very strong in the collision, doesn't he? Stands in the collision, makes the ball available, and players who play with him regularly, they can pick up on that and obviously take advantage of that, which England did to great effect.
There's the first nomination for Player of the Series. That guy there, Harry Smith.
There he goes. There's 2 points for him off the boot today. Ben Curry out of position. Normally plays roughly there or thereabouts at left second row, but playing left centre today. But there's a Bateman offload.
Just watch, the gap is too big. As the ball comes out, Tom Burgess, there he is, he's too right coming into shot. Conrad Harrell, and it's just too easy then. Great support play, try.
Basic rugby league, isn't it? But effective rugby league. 6 passes there in that passage of play, and each one, you would say, were low risk. There was very little risk, but the reward was very high, simply because of the support play of this England team.
Well, the previous play, the territorial game, David and John, they just softened them up a little bit, and then all of a little break in the defensive line, and they score.
So there was some shoulder there, wasn't there? On Matty Lees. He'll get up as if nothing hit him, but my word, something hit him. Here's Bateman again, mindful of keeping hold of that arm this time.
Great yardage.
Just in case someone might be lingering. Clark to Burgess. Last Burgess standing, by the way, internationally. 9 years ago, him, George and Sam were starring for Souths in a grand final. But they've all retired from the playing game, of course. Sam, we're looking forward to him coaching Warrington next season.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully Warrington will be pushing for honours.
This is Smith with a kick. Taken very, very safely, despite the height and the swirl. And they start from a much more advantageous position this time, Tonga. What can they make of this? Only slightly, but Cassini helps them further on the front foot.
But again, one of the processes that's obviously in this England team is the numbers they get in the tackle consistently. Yeah. It's consistently sort of 3s and occasionally 4s, but it does slow that ruck down, and that's the reward for committing numbers to the contact.
Well, in the first test, they did run, at the edges, at the half-backs, and they got some good yardage. And that's what I think they have to do now if they want quick play the ball.
Here's Hame Sele, who's taken play just inside that England half, but again they're on the last. So Lolohea is forced to kick. Forward comes Ashton, pouches easily enough, and with that pace tries to take them on the inside, and has done just that. But then he finds Olakoatu, who's not only hit him hard but has taken the ball, and now Tonga mean business.
That's a big play. That really is a big play, and it's given Tonga a great attacking opportunity.
This is Kofuzi, playing more centrally this week than we saw him in the last couple of games. Avili comes to this blind side, and Olakoatu just trying to force his way over.
He needs to get him more into the game, doesn't he, Olakoatu?
Sele sweeps it to Katoa, and now Kolomatange, who keeps that ball away, and they've got some numbers. It needed that hand from Harry Newman. He's knocked it on. He knows he's knocked it on. So he had to get risking a hamstring chasing that. He
had to get a hand to that. It created a 2-man overlap on the left-hand side. Lovely offload. Great hit there.
Great tackle, but
steal.
So that's a smart, isn't it? He's hit there, he's hit around the ball, it's created that opportunity, as you rightly pointed out, Jonathan. There were 2 men outside there, and ball goes to hand, and it's 4 points. So Newman's done a pretty good job there, saving his team.
Again, it's Tonga's head and feet here. So another 6 tackles from this position, with the potential of a scrum play from the first of them. 7 backs against 7 backs. Can they create something here?
Step back, the ball, step back.
Now it comes to Katoa. Kula. who is almost risking it through, was in danger of being dragged down the offload, and basketball style England not only recover possession but very nearly set up an attacking opportunity for Wellesby.
That's poor play, first tackle, you know, they got to play on, but if you're anyway, the ball back, chance.
Picked it up by Frizzell. Frizzell now brushes away one and then has thrown the opportunity away quite literally. No advantage, so they will go back to a scrum play here for Tonga.
But that just sums him up, doesn't it, at the minute? Just you know, have a little bit of patience. Okay, he's going for the outside, it's a greasy surface. There's only one way he's ending up.
But I would say in Frizzell's defence, I think he knew that there was an advantage, so he took the risk because he knew at the very least they were going back to where they were.
Yeah, great hit there. Just watch him. Yeah, nearly got away with it.
Well, let's see if they'll learn from their error, the last scrum play, the Tonga team. They've lined up 4 attackers on their right against 3 defenders for England, holding the ball in the scrum initially.
Here they come again, Katoa now. It's with Conrad Harrell. Kola, a dummy half eventually. Things slowed. Kola picks up. Back to the middle, and Katoa. Little shuffling steps from Fotuaika. Fresh from the bench, the Gold Coast Titans player. Havili, and a rare run out of dummy half. A couple of yards away from that England line. Danger here. England's defenders out quickly. Harry Smith with a tackle.
Great line of speed there, the right edge.
It was Clark, yes, my apologies. Back again from Fotuaika. Last play for Tonga, 5 metres away. Here we go. Out it comes to Lolohea, puts the inside ball back on the path for Suli, but Mosesi Suli stopped in his tracks by some desperate England defenders.
I'll tell you, if he keeps his foot in there, he is over. Just watch him, he slips here, keeps his foot in, I think he's over, just slips over.
But Jonathan, you pointed out about Harrell not working when the ball went to it. The England defence really did there on the line.
Yeah.
They were all closing the gate there as the ball came, as the runner came against the grain. So great credit once again to the England defence.
So it's England's turn to do this hard labour here. Trying to get themselves out of a little bit of a sticky situation that they find themselves. Curry. Here's Clark. Chris Hill will bring it in.
Well, they're really front-loading their energy here as Tonga.
They are.
Clark again. Grabbed the hold by Kofusi.
And it's making England kick from deep inside their own half.
Smith will run it a little further. They're going through hands here. Curry to Johnston. Johnston slides it through. It's a 50-50 ball for a moment there, but it's a penalty for England. I think Conrad Harrell has been picked at by the referee for running Johnston off the ball after the kick.
This will be interesting.
No need to make the contact.
There he goes. Lovely ball.
There's a kick. No, it wasn't Harrell. Apologies to him. It was
It's not a penalty. That is not a penalty. Just watch. It's not a joke. That's a joke. Joke decision. Agree, John, or not? He's kicked it. What's he supposed to do? Step out the way? It's a contact sport. You know, he's just going to block the kick.
And he can't disappear, can he?
No, what's he know? Just get out the way.
Jiffy creating a bit of clickbait there. Love it.
Oh, God.
Love it.
But, you know.
Here's Darryl Clark out of dummy half. Williams back on the inside. Mulhern again. Pushing on.
Movement! Be quicker in that ruck. Go.
Clark. Harry Smith. Back to Williams. Wellesby's involved from the full-back's position.
Play on, third.
Conrad Harrell made sure. They are teammates, by the way, at St Helens.
Yeah, he wasn't offloading that.
But he just made sure that he felt that, Wellesby. It's Whitehead who carries next. Darryl Clark. Williams on his inside. But again, it's slow. So the defensive line comes out off its marks quickly. Williams with those deft little kicks. Again, there's a claim that players were caught running after that, but the referee says play on, and Tonga are only just in the field of play. Big defensive set here potentially for England.
Yeah, and they're really investing their energy now. That's 2 tackles gone, and they're just 3 metres away from their own line, Tonga.
Suli.
Again, England have another mistake. But England work themselves really well away from, before that penalty, ridiculous penalty, they worked the short side again, once again, short on numbers, got the kick in, easy yardage. That's
there was a hand there, wasn't there, from Newman?
Yeah.
I think Harry Newman got away with one there.
I think he's got to, you've got to right the rub of the green here, England, and get some points on the board. Before I say, Welsby hasn't really been in yet, so he's always so influential in matches.
Well, we talk about scrum plays at the other end. What about a scrum play here? Can England provide a try-scoring moment from the back of this? Oh, well, there's a big push from the Tongan pack. What's going on here?
It's gone in and back out the same hole.
I've seen that since 1978.
Well, it's one way, isn't it, to stop teams just trapping the ball at the back of the scrum.
The Bradford Northern pack used to do that, didn't they? Just drive you off the ball, kick anything.
So here we go again, a bit cleaner this time. Williams, Newman. Well marshalled by those Tonga defenders. No real glimmer of any opportunity there for Harry Newman, so Clark picks up and goes back inside to Williams again. It's the big smash bang wallop effort from Lees. That's his job. Clark now. Little dummy. 180 degrees turned back to Smith. Here's Bateman. Shuffles off the attempted tackle from Frizzell, and he's still going. Watch for the offload. There it is. Now it comes out to Newman. Falls away, and Matty Ashton is over to score. And it's yet another offload assist from John Bateman, and Matty Ashton on the back of it.
Lovely ball, though. I think it's Newman on the right centre. He just attracts, he tempts the winger in. Let's watch a replay. Very well worked again. And once you get into these positions, John, you've got to come away with points, and that's what England have done.
The strength of Bateman is unbelievable, isn't it, there? I mean, here's the header, shall we say, assisted header there that Harry Newman possibly got away with. And it looks like England gone down to dark alley, but look at Bateman here. He stands in the tackle, and all of a sudden the ball's out, and it's a beautiful pass there. Interests 2 defender for a pass out the back there from Newman to Ashton for a great try. But again, it's down to that man Bateman in the collision.
Thing is, you got Havili on the inside defending. Right, there's the offload. The centre goes in straight away, doesn't he? Suli goes in. You got a hooker defending. The winger's got no trust in him, so he steps in. He's got to stay out there. Kula's got to stay out, doesn't he, John?
Everything about that was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, wasn't it?
Again, the offload. You see they all go in. 3 defenders. Centre goes in. Lovely offload. You're in big trouble then. And that's the difference with England and Tonga at the moment. They are so clinical.
There's 2 good tries there, and they've come not from structured play, they've come from the offload, which is causing the second phase play, which just shows what a big weapon it is in the modern game, especially when you've got someone of the ability of John Bateman able to do it.
Quick word on Harry Smith, by the way. He's a patron of a charity, which is the Joseph's Goals charity, and every time he kicks a goal he gets an extra few £100 towards that charity. And Joseph, 10-year-old, is living with a rare genetic disorder, NKH, raising money and raising awareness, and that will raise a bit of money and a bit of awareness by kicking from there. And England lead now by 12 points to 0, and the Brains Trust, I'm pretty sure, will be happy at this stage.
I think they'll be absolutely delighted, because England have looked really comfortable, and they've looked really well structured in defence, snuffing out any Tongan threats. And as you've rightly pointed out, Jonathan, when they've had an opportunity, they've taken it.
Yeah, low error count, very disciplined, good kicking game.
There's Lees looking to track across the field to see if the artillery coming his way was a little less, but it wasn't. And now Hill, Chris Hill. Good carry from him. Wants to get quick to his knees and play the ball, and he does so. Curry. Quickly attracting the attentions of Otaika. A couple more Tongan players in there to make absolutely sure he stopped in his tracks. Smith back to Mulhern. Williams, something might be developing here. Williams, oh, he tries to get through with that pace, and had he done so, Newman was waiting for the offload. Bateman's putting a kicking game in.
Lovely kick.
And it is an interesting one here, because Kohler gets to it, but because of the pressure, has he knocked on?
Pulls the ball out. So it's one-on-one into touch. Tonga play the ball.
Tonga get the play.
We're doing it, boys. Middle.
Good refereeing.
But even with that kick, which wasn't what you'd have expected with Bateman down the short side, but the chase of the England team has been consistently really good. So even if you're trying to field the ball in this position, you're under pressure, you're uncomfortable, you're under pressure, and you're being forced into possible errors. But as the referee rightly called, it was off Ashton, and consequently it's Tongan ball.
They just seem to have a measure of them defensively, haven't they? They can't create anything, Tonga.
Well, that's a terrible, terrible mistake.
Just, it
really is a
unforced errors, Dave. Unforced errors.
You're looking to play the ball. You can't rush it like that.
By the way, the Tongans have just made a substitution, and Latu Fainu is on the field, the 18-year-old. He's been causing quite a stir down in the NRL. He's not yet played in the NRL. There he is, 18. I tell you what, he's got a step, he loves to take on the line, and he's got some pace. And he's just signed a deal worth about $400,000 a year to play at West's Tigers for the next 4 years, having not played senior rugby league yet, so that's how good his potential is. Be excited to see him here today. In the meantime, England keep on doing what England have been doing, putting the pressure, giving this Tongan defence a real headache. Here's Whitehead. Clark, getting all the time in the world to consider which way he's going to throw the ball. I think that was Fainu, wasn't it? That's not his game. He's on for different reasons, but his coaching team will take that. Williams keeping that defensive line guessing, pass, run, kick. And he's given him an opportunity. There he is again, Fainu. And he's given away a penalty.
And they'll kick this.
That one is hips go above the horizontal. The first one I thought his legs.
Down to the enthusiasm of youth, I think.
It's a penalty. Hips go above the horizontal.
Going for a kick.
Yeah, well, it's a test match, isn't it?
Yeah.
You win it first, then decide by how many.
Hands on that.
Above the horizontal, wasn't it? Tight.
But I don't think he was helped by the other player, the player around the top.
I'll talk to you from the kick-off if you want.
But he certainly is
on the line.
Is willing to bend his back.
Conrad, on the line, please.
And drive with the shoulder.
On the line. That line.
He's had a year to smile about, Harry Smith, hasn't he? You know, at the start of the year, you would not have had him in as England's number 7, would you? He didn't look like a dominant half at Wigan at the start of the year, but he's just grown and grown and grown, hasn't he?
He's blossomed, and I think this is one of the, Matty Peat and the Wigan coaches have got to be applauded. I think they've got a kicking coach in that 2-week break between the end of the regular season and the playoffs. And my word, he's turned his place kicking round. He's kicking phenomenally well now.
I'm a penalty.
I think it's a lovely kick. It's a lesson learned, I think. He's played a lot of games, and you learn as you play. And as a young player, he has matured so well, at Wigan. The success that they've had, and then to come and play as he has in this 3-test match series, he has just been technically brilliant.
I tell you what, he'd have been a lovely scrum half to play alongside you, wouldn't he? He'd have done all the hard work, the sensible stuff, taken the team around the field. You could have just got the ball and done all that willy-nilly stuff that you used to do.
He can do all of that stuff, but that's what he does. He's very similar to Bobby Golding. He'll organise everything. Andy Gregory, he'll organise everything. You get the kicking game, he'll orchestrate where you are.
I think Matty Lees might be being dissuaded not to keep running that ball back from kick-offs. That's the second time he's been absolutely flattened. And he doesn't like it, and they come together And Headingley finds its raw. The biff is back. Well, it's not quite the biff, is it?
No, there'll be a few ugly faces there now and nasty looks. Bit of dragging. That's when, you know, you what I don't like to see is the backs running in and pulling the jersey forwards. But nowadays, you just get smacked.
Oh,
and you wouldn't do it.
Hang on. Wellesby's looking angry.
But he knows.
Whitehead's the peacemaker. It's my last international, fellas. Can we calm this down, please?
Well,
Oh, good hit.
Nothing wrong with that.
no.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think he's pulling his hair here. Just watch. See on the left hand? The hair. He's got the hair, hasn't he? Look.
Ah, yes.
And it all kicks off.
Well, there's certainly nothing wrong with the initial contact there. It's in the afters here, and I'm with you,
Yeah.
Jonathan. It's the hair pull there by
So
the England
Olaquatu
player.
doesn't like that, does it? Mathieu underneath, pulling on Olaquatu's hair.
He could find himself a bit of trouble, I think, Matty Lees.
George
He could.
and Matty Lees.
Yellow card.
Yeah.
I need Matty.
Captain and miscreant being called out by the referee.
Where's Matty Lees? Matty!
See what the referee has to say
Right.
here.
There's no prior dangerous contact or anything like that. No. What I do not like is you hair pulling. You're going to go for 10 minutes. No, hair pulling is not trying to get someone off you. That's 10 minutes in the bin. 10 minutes in the bin. We're going to deal with them as well.
Well, I was going to
10
say you
minutes in the
can't
bin.
argue with that, but clearly he is arguing with that. But it is a yellow card, and England down to 12 men now.
It's a correct decision.
Yeah.
And sometimes you've got to wear it, haven't you? That's just petulant, that. He got walloped, and sometimes as a forward you've got to wear it, get up and play the ball.
Because you know, yeah, he's got a wall up.
No, listen,
Why would you
I
pull
blew
someone's
that
hair
penalty
at
straight
the
away.
bottom of the
I had
tackle?
that to you. I blew that hair pull penalty straight away. You run in and take control of the game out of my hands, so you're 10 minutes in the bin as
Oh,
well.
well, there's an addition, because Kian Kolomatangi has also been given 10 minutes in the sin bin because he tried to exact his own retribution and took the decision out of the referee's hands. So they're both down to 12
Well,
men
let's
now.
call it for running in. Well, 26 players ran in.
I have to say, all the decisions have really gone England's way this afternoon. That's, you know, what are you going to do?
So 12 against 12. And
He's hurt himself. He's hurt himself.
There's
Hill has.
more injuries here. Chris Hill looks in a world of pain.
He went for the big hit, Hill did. I'm not sure if he timed it wrong, but he's come off second best. Might be hopefully it's a stinger. Nothing else.
No sympathy from that lot. That's what the game's all about, fella, and he knows that.
Yeah, I think you'll call it, Jiffy. I think it's a stinger.
Just before that, I think he's gone in for the hit. Ooh, was it?
Some twist away. It looked quite innocuous, but clearly wasn't.
Yeah. He's okay though.
Yeah, he carries on. So Tonga
Just run at him now.
keeping this pressure on here. Fainu at a dummy half. There was a hand on him that knocked it down to the ground, which is why it looks scruffy. But it was hand on arm rather than hand on ball, so it's not a restart of the tackle count. 2 tackles gone. Fainu again. Here comes Watuaika. Big, urgent drive from him. Fainu again, operating in this dummy half roll. He's back with Lolohea. Here comes Frizzell. Frizzell with the offload. The ball's gone to ground. And you can add up the number of mistakes that Tonga have made in that kind of position in this series. And it's adding up to quite a few now. And the coach is looking very, very frustrated.
But let's give a bit of credit as well to the England defence. Once again, it's against the grain, and they close the gate. And McMeekin does really well.
Great tackle.
Underneath the ball, and that forces the error. So, well, you know, yes, it is a Tongan error, but let's give a pat on the back as well. Some great defensive work.
That was a great tackle.
So 14-0 it remains. It's a good test match, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a terrific test match.
I just feel it, you know, Tonga have got to get something now, though, just before half-time. They need to get something.
Here's Curry, running straight at Katoa. Rookie of the year for the Dolphins this last year, the 19-year-old Katoa. There's a bit of youthful, fresh vibrancy about that lineup when you talk about what they've got to come in the years ahead. Clark. McMeekan. Responsible for that tackle that has given his side the ball. Clark. Tyler Dupree's on the field, the ball just sailed past his face. Here comes Wellesby. Wellesby with the offload. Johnston with a glimmer of daylight, but it closes quickly. The curtains closed by the Tongan defenders, and Johnston tracking on the inside can find no way. Clark. Here is Tyler Dupree. It's another of those who at the start of the year you wouldn't necessarily have penciled in as England material, but what a great season. Smith with a kick away.
That was good pressure though from the Tongans there. The inside defence got out, pressured Smith, and his kick therefore wasn't as effective. And it's those little efforts that make all the difference. And England have been better than the Tongan team consistently doing those little efforts.
Anasini underneath them. Suli, a dummy half. Here comes Fotoika.
That's better. Oh, I thought he was away. Just the first glimpse of his blistering speed there, maybe. Just got caught.
Fotoika channeling it left. No-look pass almost. Ended up in disaster, but it's collected by Suli. Last play for Tonga. 40 metres away from where they want to be. Katoa sends it steepling high. The invitation is there for Wellesby, duly accepted. Wonderful take of the ball. It's underlining that all-round ability and pedigree that young player has, Jack Wellesby.
Yeah, he's going to settle this down now, take it in, run the clock down half-time, regroup.
Williams, I think he made the most of that to try and attract the referee's attention to maybe give a penalty, but not given. Bateman.
Takes some putting down, doesn't he? Every time he carries into contact, it's phenomenal.
He fights everything, doesn't he? Fights everything.
On the quiet, he is so effective, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
A lot of people have a downer on him because they don't think he contributes to a game. But
I just think,
my word, he does.
I just think if you play with him, you appreciate it. If you play against him, he's a nuisance.
England's defence is good.
I think the difference in this half, Dave, you know, there's far too many errors once again by Tonga, but the execution of England has been brilliant when it's needed.
Well, it looks like Tonga are going to finish the half with the ball in hand, but on England's terms, and it looks like England are going to keep them scoreless unless something quite miraculous happens here in this last 7 seconds. 6 again, but that's academic because that will be the last play of the first half. The hooter sounds, the referee confirms it with a blast of the whistle, and England have had a very good half there, and John Bateman especially, with what you'd have to put down as 2 try assists.
Yeah, great half there from England. Really impressed, not only with the attacking and the kicking game to end sets, but I think defensively they've been absolutely awesome, both online, but more especially when Tonga had attempted to bring the ball away from their own end.
They've just done the basics exceptionally well. You know, they've been clinical when they've had the opportunities. Whereas, you know, Tonga spilled too many ball, lack of discipline, and they haven't built any pressure.
Well, England with a little huddle before they run off to hear what Coach Sean Wayne has to say at half-time. And let's go down to the touchline right now.
You need more than 40 minutes hard work, let me tell you, Mark.
He's gone. Oh, he's chosen to ignore that, Jiffy. Highly surprising. Well, the second half about to get underway. Pitch looks magnificent, by the way, doesn't it? We very often come to Headingley and talk about how good the pitch looks.
Great stadium.
They've, in the last 2 weeks, they've had enough rain falling on this, the groundsman says, to fill an Olympic swimming pool 1.5 times. That's how much rain they've had on that little field, and yet it looks wonderful, and it's perfect conditions for England to try to kick on to make this a 3-0 Test Series win, or for Tonga to try and fight back. John Keir, do you see any fight back from Tonga?
Well, first of all, it's a great arena, this, isn't it? It really is. Brilliant. A Test match arena. And secondly, well, they need to put a marker down to Tonga, because, in all honesty, they're limping over the line, aren't they? But England are absolutely nailing this with their professionalism and how they've approached the game and how they've executed the game plan.
I think it's just brilliant for England. You know, international rugby after the season, you know, it shows what they're capable of, and they need to do more of it. If they want to compete with, you know, New Zealand and Australia, you know, on a regular basis, they've got to play regular international rugby, and the game needs it.
Here's Kotoa with a kick high. It's Johnston underneath it and just steps away. He'll be pleased at that from Conrad Harrell.
Time off. Just knocked his own man out.
There's a bit of friendly fire here, isn't there?
I think
one of the Tonga players is injured.
Conrad Harrell knocked his own player, I think.
Yeah.
Mate, can you just have a look at him as well? He just came out and that's that time.
I'll go hard to, I think. Just copped one.
I think he was a little annoyed, was Harrell, that it got brushed off the initial contact, and then he came back for more, but it was his own player that got it.
Conrad Harrell determined to take somebody out, but it was his own man. So anyway, we carry on. Everybody's okay. England's still in possession. Darrell Clark, again it's slow. Clark with a dummy half, just trying to get those big fellas rolling forward to try and take England further downfield from this, at the moment, perilous position. Clark with a dummy, swarmed at by a forest of limbs. Onto his back, so Harry Smith moves into that acting half position. Going a bit lateral here. Williams with a kick over the top. That's brilliant. Into the hands now of Ashton. Ashton takes on the fullback, lined up by Curler, and Curler puts him down. But again, it's the creativity there.
Yeah, and another kick there for Ashton. I thought he would have been in.
They're on the sixth tackle though. Williams, McMeekan, they've got to make things up here. Clark swings it left. It's another little kick. Smith's chasing. He gets boot on it. The ball bounces awkwardly. Welsby's lingering, but it's going to be Pedersini who drops back on it. And in the space of a tackle there, England have gone 80 yards.
I think they want to open this game up now, England. They think that's where they got the beating of Tonga. The Tongans are walking already, and we're only like 2 minutes into the half.
Well, don't pull his shorts down. Come on.
Don't pull his shorts down, says the referee. Here to that, sir.
Really inventive play there, wasn't it? It's such a tight Tongan defensive line, and he spotted that, did Williams, and it almost paid off.
Tell you what, if Ashton puts a long kick in, he's in all day, isn't he?
Sully's the man who's tackled. Havili is the man who's behind him. Frizzell will take it on. The player who John Keir coached, because he used to be Welsh. Then he was Australian. Now he's Tongan.
No, he was Welsh before I started.
Yeah, Welsh dad, Tongan mum, and Aussie born. That's why he's played for all three. Kick downfield for Johnston.
And I would suggest he's been one of the better Tongan contributors over the 3 games.
Move! Wait here. Wait, Marley. Go on.
Here's Ashton again.
2. Move off the ball. Step back.
Williams.
Hold. Go 2.
Newman back on the inside. Leeds player, of course, Harry Newman. And a little pop-off offload as well. And here's Bateman, and Bateman's working forward again, attracting 3 defenders because they know they cannot take the risk of...
They can't put him down,
Put him down. He fights everything.
Smith. Welsby, good cut-out pass. And here comes Johnson. Johnson on the left-hand side. Curry's on the inside. Waited patiently. Offloads. And it is going to be a try on his international final curtain for Elliot Whitehead. It is his 12th international try, and most of them come in a similar manner, following up breaks down the left-hand side finish it all off.
It's a great choice of ball that creates this try on the left-hand side. The winger just hugs the touchline, Tom Johnson, and he's found with the right pass, and then it's just good support play on the inside by England.
It's tremendous, isn't it, Jonathan? It really is. I mean, this is a try from structure. We talked about their unstructured second phase tries. Well, this is from structure.
Yeah.
A beautiful pass there to Johnson. And what great composure just to bring the fullback towards him, release the inside support, which was initially Curry, and then it's Whitehead in his last game at international level crossing.
That's a beautiful pass by Welsby. He spots the defender, the last man, just, you know, too tight defensively. Good in support play, but the damage was done. That beautiful Welsby pass. They just watch him. Bang, no look pass. He's ball watching, Tongan winger. Tom Johnson, Curry, right there, try.
A quality try as well, Jiffy. Real quality try there, and well executed. And that's, for me, that's the test match, Dave. I mean, England conceded 3 tries in 2 games. They're not going to concede 4 tonight to lose the game.
I tell you what, you watch England in these last couple of years. They have been they have been really easy on the eye, haven't they? You know, there's a toughness to Sean Wayne's sides, but when they get the opportunity to just try and open up, they can do that. We saw it against Samoa last year in the World Cup. The only hiccup, and it was a big hiccup, was that semi-final defeat. But up to that and after that, they've carried on looking very impressive.
I think they struggled defensively a little bit like last year or previous years. But I think this test series has really shown what they're capable of. And as I said, you have to have more international rugby so that they compete with the best in the world on a regular basis.
Here.
The individual parts might be better than the whole from Tonga in this series, but those individual parts are, in many cases, real superstar NRL players.
And again, defensively, you know, they've only missed 8 tackles. And that's a great defensive effort.
So England build again from the back. Tyler Dupree. Sean Wayne will be a happy man at the moment. 3-0. He's looking a very, very likely prospect. Had that handling been a little crisper, there might have been more in the offing.
Yeah, they're looking at it going 20 points up. We'll spread it about a little bit, and if Newman holds his depth there, they're away. Unfortunately, he's caught a little bit flat, and the pass is difficult to get away. Just watch. If they hold their depth a little bit,
but again, Jonathan, they've stripped them of numbers, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
That tight defensive line.
It was a correct play, and I think, you know, if you can see something, you can't have a go at them from seizing the opportunity. But they've got the execution is not as good as they should be with them there.
Siwa Wong with a play the ball, taken on by Fotuaika. So pushing a barge. Have they got anything here to challenge this England defence? And
play it on the mark where you tackle.
Yeah, I think they've got to try and get something back very, very quickly here. And they've been gifted an opportunity now with a knock on. You've got to get something from it.
There's a Billy. There's Kwalomatangi. The Billy back there. England's defence, you can see them organising each other, fingers pointing, making sure they've got the right numbers in the right places. This is Hopewati, but there's simply nowhere to go. England's defence were there in numbers and all in the right place, and they simply shepherded him towards that touchline. So another win, tiny win in this set of 6 for England's defence. What comes next? Qatar back on the inside for Sulik.
Movement, Mike! Tyler John. Go for. Breaking the rules, Mike.
Siwa Wong. Now it's Penasini, out to this left-hand side, and Kula. And again, look how many England players are in the frame there. Just got across in so many numbers. Sulik.
Last tackling, is it?
Back to Lolahea, steps away. Katoa. Now they've got numbers. Here's Kwalomatangi, and they can't make anything of this. They can't make anything of it. And again, you have to say, a salute to that English defence who look beaten but got across in so many numbers again.
It's tremendous, isn't it? There's a real air of enthusiasm and energy and connectivity and communication in this England defence. It's sensational, just tracking across there. It puts pressure on the Tongan skills, and it just makes them not execute absolutely to the maximum efficiency. So real good defence there from England online to put with their aggressive yardage defence when they've got Tonga coming from their own half.
Yeah, it's great energy and great scramble, but that's an opportunity. Tonga, you know, they had to score there.
Here's Bateman again, making sure that 3 Tongans have to work very hard to put him down. Clark. Here comes Fotoika.
There's a different energy with England. When they have the ball and the opportunity arises, you know, the energy is, there's a burst of energy.
Smith with a kick. He's seen a bit of a space there in the corner.
40-20.
Kohler is across to try and close it down. England's defence again is up there in numbers, led by Matty Lees on that occasion.
He's had 10 minutes breather, isn't he?
That's true. That's true. He's the freshest pair of legs on the field, other than Colin Motangi, who's also just back from the sin bin. Here's Havili. Suli.
I think John Wilkin mentioned at half-time, they're playing as individuals, aren't they, the Tongans?
And it's the work off the ball that's so concerning, isn't it?
Yeah, they're on their own, aren't they?
Siwa Wang from the Sydney Roosters, who has played for Fiji as well at international level. Certain fluidity to international qualification rules. Johnston.
Good take.
Wanted to make sure he caught that on the full. Tonga's defence is up efficiently. Here's Wellesby out of dummy half. Walker's just on the field. So again, a bit of freshness added, because into dummy half here comes Danny Walker. And so he's got a bit of zip and sharpness there to offer, hasn't he?
He certainly has. I think, you know, honestly, that England are defying the conditions. You don't get the feeling that it's such a greasy surface and the rain's coming down. So
here they go again.
It just shows how well they're playing.
Carrying it well, Whitehead, Johnston cutting back on the inside.
Just create the numbers so easy now on the left-hand side.
Walker. Wellesby. Bateman. They've got a hold of him this time. Well marshalled. No chance of the offload.
They can't get him down, though. Still on his feet.
Last play. Wellesby. Smith. Williams is on the chase. Down it comes. Taken by Hopoate, but England's defenders making it as hard as possible for the Tongan return.
Go 99 yards.
Is that the Welshness coming out of you there, do you think? Team in red against England?
No, I'm just saying they had to. They said you've got to go 99 yards. That's why they've turned the ball over once again.
There's Suli. Saliba Havili. Head down and go from Elias Katoa. They've got it away. It was played at England touch. So a restart to the set.
Elias Katoa has actually, you know, made an impact. You know, he's run really, really hard when he's had the ball.
Conrad Harrell pointing to the middle of the field. That's where he's going to take it. England's defenders drawn out quickly. Matty Lees, robust. Slowed things down, and then
Nice shot.
Tyler Dupree a little too robust, so the penalty goes Tonga's way. Tyler Dupree, great name, great pedigree. Uncle Billy Joe, an NFL champion with the Dallas Cowboys in the 1970s. His granddad was a blues singer in New Orleans who settled in England. That's why he's over here, born and raised in England. There's some family history there, isn't there? Good family tree. This is Colin Motangi.
Hold there, go on.
Havili.
It was fine, square a marker, that's fine, play on.
Katoa. Saliba Havili's back there again, waiting to deliver. A step back on the inside from Isaiah Katoa. And England's defence is like a blanket at the moment.
It's suffocating, isn't it?
Smothering the threat of anything that Tonga have to offer. And the frustration is building because they've made another mistake here. Potoika is the guilty party, and England get the choice of where to put the scrum.
And they absolutely are. They're suffocating this Tongan attack.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the most fluent. You can't question the commitment when they're on the ball, but what is questionable, I believe, is the work off the ball, and that's why they don't look as if they're connected and they've any fluidity whatsoever. But England have been absolutely first class, both with and without the ball.
Here comes the scrum. So Tonga looking just to get a little more muscular again here to keep England's ambitions to a minimum. Newman. Walker inside for Bateman. Bateman, there he is. Any opportunity, he'll keep that ball alive. It's Ashton now who finds a circle of defenders ahead of him, so he's turned backwards, put it in reverse and gone back a different direction and earned himself about 5 yards, which he had no right to. Well done, Matty Ashton.
Oh, he had a shot at him, no arm tackle.
Oh, referee's brave.
It's a no arm tackle, isn't it? Easy penalty.
Yes, it's a blatant shoulder charge, isn't it?
Blatant.
Come on, it's a penalty.
It's like a coach on the field all the time, the referees, aren't they? Think about what you're doing.
I think that's a pretty good piece of advice, to tell the truth.
So a penalty for Harry Smith, which he can land in the south stand below us, about 5 metres inside Tongan territory. So again, a set of 6 that starts with a potential attacking finish here from England.
Okay.
And the ball just hit the touch judge, Mr. Rush, down below us.
I think he had a nice touch, the ball, eh?
Here's Walker, Williams, McMeekan taking them on, absorbing the defensive weight of those Tongan defenders who simply hang on too long, and it's another England penalty.
They're losing the plot though a little bit.
Go back there, we need to have a serious talk.
He doesn't need to drag this out now.
I think Conrad Henley's in trouble.
Yeah.
I think he's in trouble.
Does that constitute a punch?
I think he may well be sat on the sideline.
Maybe, just calm him down a little bit.
If the referee and his team have decided it's a punch, then it will be a card.
It's representative of the frustration, I think, that they're feeling.
Yeah, just watch. He goes in there, hits him with the shoulder.
Open arm. Well, it's a yellow card. Swinging arm, yellow card. So Harrell is off for the next 10 minutes.
I think that's the right decision.
Yeah, I think he's losing the plot a little bit, so just slow down.
Yeah, he just needs to kick his heels on the sideline, just calm down. So just getting frustrated, but that frustration's certainly not going to help their cause.
And he has another one there as well. He has a couple, doesn't he? Another one to finish off as well. If you didn't see the first one, saw the second one, and you saw the third one.
Discipline, says the referee. England with 13 against Tonga's 12. They lead by 20 points to 0. They want to finish this series and this match with a flourish. And they are poised. Smith. McMeekan.
Oh, nice.
Had a runner, Williams, but he couldn't get the arm free. The muscular game of ring of roses eventually puts McMeekan down. The pass is poor. Smith tries her soccer skills. England knock on.
Well, I think that's the first time that England looked scruffy, really.
Yes.
Yeah, just a misunderstanding from the dummy half there, Walker. And just don't think he decided whether to pass to Lees or Smith, and it just looked scruffy and untidy. And really, it's the first time you can say that England have looked like that after 57 minutes, so you'd accept that.
Everyone has a breather. One or two have a stir. One or two say a few words, and then it's heads down and off we go again. And Latu Fainu's back on the field.
One.
Oh, that's another ball that's come free.
Yeah, play on.
Oh, play on, play on. The referee decided if it was dropped by Suli, it went backwards and was taken cleanly by Kohler.
Come on, you might have heard me, sir.
This is Frizzell. Walker's right in his face. Frizzell bowls it away. Footwork almost doing for Tom Burgess, but has a few mates behind him to make sure the tackle is complete.
And I mentioned it before, is that lack of urgency, isn't it?
But look at the commitment to defence there by England.
Oh, you know, England are doing everything right, and that's what Tonga need to respond. Get a bit of urgency, you know, talk to each other. They're not doing it.
So here's Kohler at dummy half. Tonga have not been kept scoreless so far in this series. They're desperate to get some points on the board as a fond memory to take back with them back down under, but at the moment that looks unlikely given the way England's defence is performing.
Yeah, look at the chase there by England.
Here's Lolohea. It's the kick away. Ashton. Well, the bounce is relatively kind. Frizzell puts the brakes on and is able to turn to make sure that Ashton can't get past him. Here's Williams. Now it's Newman. Here's Walker again. Burgess was to his right, but he's gone left to Johnston.
It's a steal.
Penalty. Penalty.
That's an easy penalty, isn't it?
3 men in the tackle.
You know. And he came across Colin McIntyre as a real good player, and I think he hasn't really showed his class in this series.
Well, he was playing for New South Wales, wasn't he, this year in the State of Origin? So he's obviously, and he's playing for Tonga as well, so he's obviously a very good player, but...
That's an obvious one, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
I mean, such an obvious penalty that well, I think everybody just stood and took a breath.
Burgess with a try. Kevin Sinfield with us. Still a Leeds legend, of course.
Great angle. What an angle that is. And he cops one.
Another England penalty.
I think he cops one on the chin as he comes through.
Well, we've got to do something like this discipline now.
He's had a good game as well, hasn't he?
Whitehead
for
has been good. He's been good.
Last international appearance.
Be interesting to see this shot. So he comes inside. Oh, catches him, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a high shot, it is. But it's a brave line, isn't it? With the back rowers, they run brave lines like that, inside shoulders, and
yeah. Oh, look at how. Oh, look at Watu. He got him, didn't he?
Williams.
When you're 20 boys, England don't want to go loose now. Just keep the discipline and the structure that they had.
This is the little test for England for the last quarter of the game.
Game's won.
Is to keep the high standards that they've already demonstrated.
Yes.
McMeekan, 3 of his giant strides away from that line. Walker at dummy half. Williams would have sensed the oncoming presence
There he goes again.
of Mosese Suli, but they've just about rescued the situation, England, in keeping possession.
But they got him down this time.
Walker waits. Smith to his left. Back to Welsby. Welsby over the top. Johnston finds his way blocked initially, so searches back towards the middle. Another little glimmer of Welsby's pivotal play.
So good when he comes in.
Back it comes to Walker, who slides it in, and Whitehead's got another.
Great kick.
Elliot Whitehead is having a final test to remember. At the end of a career to remember. But we do still have a video replay to have a look at here. The referee is not sure. So we're off to the video ref, I think, for the first time of the game. Tim Grant.
Tackle 4. Tackle 4, on-field called no try. We're checking the kick first, then to grounding, please. So we pause the ball on the foot. Pause it there, please. Everybody to the left of the kicker is onside, so we're through to grounding now, please. Yeah, just really close on that, please, if we can. So, moving ball. Now we need to find out if that stays in his hand or comes onto his wrist. Can we get something this will do? This is the angle, please. Can we just go back on that, please? We've got an on-field call of no try. It needs to stay inside the hand. So this is the one. So play this through from now, please. Just nice and slow, please. Moving ball. He's now in possession. The ball comes off the hand and moves onto the wrist. Thank you. I've seen what I need.
I think he's going to give this.
I think he's going to give it. If he doesn't, then suddenly he's watching something else.
Here we go. Elliot Whitehead. Decision pending. No try. Well, he's got one in this test match, but when he's sitting with his grandkids on his knee in years to come, he'll be telling them, you should have seen the one that got away. I was like Superman flying through the air, but for some reason the officials didn't give it.
Well, my eyes saw downward pressure there.
You can't run that, right, on slow motion. That is for me, that is a try. Brilliant work from the hooker Walker. Brilliant kick, and it's a try. Yep.
But the pleasing thing for England is that it's not just the half-backs and Wellesby that's creating the finding creativity from the dummy half as well. But
yeah,
for me, that was a try.
On me.
But not the video referee or the referee.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think you'll find they're more important than either of you.
They are. A lot more important.
And better looking as well, I'm told.
Yeah. Maybe needs an eye check.
Here's Alakwatu. Tongans having survived that. There's still 17 minutes to go here, so England still do have a chance to fill their boots even more. Tonga still do have a chance to resurrect a little bit of pride. Yeah. Well, they need to start moving quickly. Here's Qatar with a kick high.
They look far more threatening inside now.
Johnston didn't get there first, but I think the Tongan hand protects it backwards. It is another set. It's a 0 tackle.
But that's the tale of the series as well, isn't it? The ball's come free from Tom Johnson, and the England players are buzzing around there, you know, to pick it up.
Yeah.
Move, Kieran!
Walker sauntering in to dummy half. Williams. Well, he's got Lola Hare all over him. Huddersfield against Warrington on that occasion. Huddersfield wins out. Here's Ashton.
Third, off the ball!
Walker back at dummy half. Bateman's on the inside. He's still absolutely hungry for the hard work down the middle. Here's Walker. McMeekan. Smith. Now they've got some numbers. Off goes Curry, gambling and galloping down that left-hand side. Still alive, still alive. This is Partry in motion. And now it comes back to Smith, who drills a kick. Really catches it, dribbles it for good measure, has it up for the try line, and he's there to score. And in amongst it, the referee fell over. That try had simply everything. Absolutely everything. Brilliant handling, brilliant kicking, brilliant mind play by the England players, and a referee who took a tumble. But we've got a video referee to have a look at. Tim Grant.
Tackle for on-field call of a try. We're checking onside, offside first, and then we're through to the grounding. So we pause the ball on the foot. Everybody to the right of the kicker is onside. So if we run this through, please. And then close into this, please, if we can. And we're just onto the grounding now. We're just onto the grounding now, please. So he's in possession. He's sliding, Go back on this angle, please. Can we see this in full speed, please? Yeah, this angle, please, in full speed. Full speed, please. And then in slow motion, just again on this angle, please. Just on this angle, just keep going back. This will do, please. Keep going, keep going. And then just back on this angle again, please. Just play it in full speed. Thank you. I've seen all I need.
will be waiting outside the referee's box if he's not given this one, because we want to see this one for the sake of pure entertainment. That was a wonderful, wonderful try. It was like the champagne cork had been popped out of the bottle, and it flowed after that.
It was a cracker, an absolute cracking try. Some great handling, some great decision-making. And at the end, you know, we've released the left side of England, and then just watch this offload, and Harry Smith sees the space.
What a kick!
Finds it. That's as good as a pass, and a great finish. To disallow that would have been criminal. Great try.
It's also Harry Newman's first international try. On this, his third cap today. He's now scored a try for England. Nobody can take away that from you, Harry. And here's the other Harry to add the two. Or at least he hopes. Smith puts it over. England lead 26 points to 0. And they are really enjoying themselves now, the team in white and blue.
Well, I think we're all enjoying this.
Yeah, we are. Harry Smith pass again. Good link play. White dead. Johnson. Watch this kick though. What execution that is.
That's an absolute cracker, Jack. What a great... No wonder he's watching it on the big screen.
No.
I think we'll all be watching it tonight on replay.
Well, here comes Mulhern from the back to try and blast his way downfield. Well, there has been some criticism of England supporters getting behind their team in the last two tests. But there's no doubt in the atmosphere here today. Headingley has loved this occasion, hasn't it?
It's been a great atmosphere. It's been a great performance by the team in white. Really has.
Yeah, really good performance.
There's Williams, who chopped down.
Tackle.
Kofusi came over with a wonderful tackle. Felice Kofusi. Here's McMeekan. He's bumping into the big barrel-chested Omole Olakwatu. And going no further. Walker, Bateman, quick hands to Newman. Decided the best option was the kick. It probably was, but taken by Kohler. Harry Smith wants the ball off him, but can't do so.
Back, Tom. Go.
Harrell, former Leeds player Conrad Harrell, and maybe they didn't see the best of him here. Certainly when he went to St Helens, he has had a better spell, hasn't he, in England? Conrad Harrell. Amisele.
They're working really hard in defence, aren't they, England? They're so proud of that nil on the scoreboard.
Well, here's Harrell again. The Harrell Kane, as he's known, and the wind was beginning to blow, but England's defenders back down the hatches. Lolohea, left it comes, Katoa, and gets it on, and that is a very good try from Eliesa Katoa, who has had an impact since his arrival from the bench, and now he turns that into points. Matters little in terms of the competitive nature of this game, but will at least give the Tongans some heart.
And I think it will matter a great deal to the England team and the dressing room and the coaching staff, because they'll have been proud of that nil. But they've been unpicked with probably the best sort of passage of play from Tonga there. Nice little bit of play there by tying the defender in a lovely line where he bounces out to the outside shoulder of the defender, and over he goes for a very good try.
Yeah, very good try. Set up for the half-back, beautiful. Takes the ball to the line. Lovely little deft pass, great running off the ball. A couple of the England players just come out of the line a little bit. They were unpicked, but first real attack they put together, Tonga. First real chink in the English defence.
So Isaiah Katoa, his namesake, with a chance to add another couple here. Southstand doing his level best to put him off, and maybe it's worked because he's put that a long way wide. And it remains at 26 points to 4.
Here we are, just go half-backs, they link together.
10.5 to go.
think someone comes out to the line. I'm not sure who it is there. I think it might be George Williams. And then he just runs the blind shoulder. Katoa.
Oh, you all right?
But too little, too late for them.
Let's just get the discipline. It's good. Stay behind. Okay, Harry.
So Harry Smith with a rare thing, an England restart.
It's only the 4th try, isn't it, Dave, that they've conceded in the 3-test series, so that's something to be very, very, very proud of.
Sully, assessing Sully down this left-hand side. Love to see this fella at dummy half having a go here, Latu Fainu. Just having a little run at the defence, but at the moment he's just providing passes and bullets for the inside players. Taking it up to the line and trying to make things happen. Here's Sully again. Again, there's 3 England defenders, but it is a penalty for Tonga.
Yeah,
I think it's hair again.
More accidental.
Accidental hair pull, I think. Yeah.
But it is a hair pull.
There seems a bit of energy, don't they, in Tonga the last couple of minutes? You know,
exactly,
they've been buoyed by that try.
Very difficult, you know, when your hair's hanging down. Well, it's the hair of the jersey. Just watch. Got him there. Oh, accidental.
Here's Sele. Hame Sele. It's Fainu. He's lining in at dummy half again. Looks to his right where Katoa is waiting for the pass, but he'll have to wait a while, as it is slow again. Katoa. Kolomatonge. Fainu. This is Olukwatu. Mulhern came flying in to make sure he's going to ground his man above the knees. It was above the hips, so it's all fine. Lolahea spinning it back. Obuati opposite back on the inside for Suli, and Burgess just had enough of his shirt to pull him down. Fainu. Qatar. Lolahea tries to slide it through. Wellesby doesn't take the risk of that going dead. But he's done a good job of getting back in the field of play there.
That's all he needed to do. Difficult ball to take. Did extremely well.
Yeah, it's clever full-back play, isn't it? He slid into the field of play, and as soon as the hands put upon him, the tackle's completed.
Yeah,
so
it went down early.
Yep, canny play by the full-back.
Curry. He's had a decent game, hasn't he, Curry, in an unusual position for him. Don't forget that, by the way, tomorrow, the Wheelchair Rugby League. That, if you've never seen it, wow, you don't know what you're missing. It is going to be spectacular tomorrow, so make sure you're watching on BBC Two for that. Walker. Williams, Bateman, quick hands, Newman. Doesn't have time in the first instance, but does get it away nicely to Bateman, who's seen a bit of a gap. And offloads because he's not tackled. The elbows didn't hit the ground. Walker. Now they're on tackle 5. Smith sticks it high. Obuati. Herrera.
This is a really good performance, you know, from England, isn't it? Their standards have improved over the 3 games.
Definitely, yeah.
And to, you know, to get to that level, it really does hold great hope for this team in the future against any Southern Hemisphere team.
There's Katoa, the try scorer. Lisa Katoa. Fainu. Way to Lolahea, and onto it at pace comes the other Katoa, Isaiah Katoa, England's defence. Just being tested here, and technique just found wanting, so penalty again for Tonga.
Yeah, just a little bit of an injection of pace. And Whitehead's over the top.
Yeah. Off we go. Go.
Select.
Looking for the consolation try now, Dave. Another one.
Hame Sele, who's teammate of Tom Burgess at Souths, although he is going to St George Illawarra next year. Kafusi. This is Fainu again. And Motange just smuggling the ball to his right-hand side to the other big fella, Olakwatu, and it is another penalty.
Well, it's good online defence practice for England, isn't it? It's the third set.
Well, they're pressurising now, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go here. England have conceded once. They don't want to concede again. They want to finish this series on a high, which they'll reflect on in a very confident and positive way. But they just want to finish it off now. See this game out under their rules. Katoa, Alisa Katoa. Mosese Suli takes over that dummy half roll. Inside for Lolohea. Surge and an urge from Kolo Matangi. Fainu, does he fancy a run here? He does, and he's a threat. England again, responding well, recovering well. Kafusi didn't know whether to stick or twist in the end. He just gets swallowed up. Complete lack of decision-making there from Kafusi. Katoa is Hopewati, and it's very scruffy, and it ends up out of play. And this should be England's ball.
Well, that's a pretty good effort by England, you know.
Yeah.
Three sets on their own line after 75 minutes of play, so still investing the energy where it counts, when you haven't got the ball, when it's hardest to do.
Here's Johnston. By the way, Tom Burgess there wearing a very special pair of boots, those white boots. They're a new design to raise funds for motor neuron disease, MND. Obviously his father had MND, and a lot of resonance around these parts. There's a reference on those boots to Donny Weir, Ed Slater and Rob Burrow as well. So that's why Tom's wearing those white boots, if you were looking on and wondering. Smith, Wellesby, Williams, Newman with the footwork, grabbed a hold of by Fainu. Last play. Smith, time of the free, forward pass, scrum down.
Yeah.
So player of the match.
Well, we've looked at it. I think Hardy Smith's been brilliant. Elliot Whitehead has been, great as well. It's been a great team effort, but over and above everyone, I think, the man of the match from John and I is John Bateman. He has been sensational.
John, was it you and he, or was that a unilateral decision?
It wasn't, no, it wasn't unilateral at all. We had a little chat away from the microphone, and I think he's been absolutely sensational as Bateman, but I think it's been a great team performance as well.
Yeah, it has.
Here's Kafusi. Tonga finding a bit of life in the dying embers of this contest. And England, for the most part now, in these last few minutes, have been penned inside their own half.
Yeah, it's,
Lolohea.
longest bit of pressure they've had, haven't they, Tonga, in the England 20-metre area.
Yep. If the margin was a little narrower, it would be all rather nervy now, but it isn't, so it ain't. Kafusi.
Well summed up, Dave.
Oh, this is quick hands, but
good play.
Johnston managed to get himself in the way of it to break that move down. Tonga will get the ball back again.
There's no effect.
The edge defence of the England team has been outstanding, but I just think Tom Johnston as well, some of his is renowned as an attacking player, as a speedster, very evasive, but some of his work in defence has been absolutely excellent this series.
Yeah, he has been brilliant.
Well, they're going for a scrum. They decided to play the ball. The tap restart. Fainu a dummy half. Looking to create something now. Katoa, Alisa Katoa. Scored one, looking for a second. England's defence again hanging on grimly here. as if it was a tight game, as if everything depended on this set. Moving out, Tonga looking to break them down, if they can. Isaiah Katoa, inside for Will Hopewati. Hopewati's dragged down, they've chased him down like a pack of dogs. They got back after him and hauled him down when a try seemed certain. But there's another set of 6 to go here. And it's moved out to Kola, and he's not got there because England's defenders again have simply blocked his way.
Magni, look what it means to players as well, going over to celebrate with Welsby. It was an immense effort, that really was.
The cheeky win there from John Bateman.
What a tackle here, look at this, Welsby. Oh, gets his body in between him and the try line.
Newman and Welsby together, wasn't it? Brilliant stuff.
Absolutely tremendous.
The Hooter sounds, that was the last act of this historic Test series. At first ever tour of this country by a Pacific nation. Sean Wayne, the successful England coach, with a hook there and thick from his grandchild. And England have done the job, and they've done it well.
Absolutely brilliant 3 Test performance by England. They were clinical, very, very effective. Great kicking game, good game management, and they thoroughly deserved the 3-match, 3-0 series. And as I said earlier, it's so important for England to play after every season against an international side, and they build the international game, Rugby League worldwide.